Up, LinkedIn's up. What's up, guys? Justin R. Harris here. Welcome back to another Business Scenarios Solved, straight off the book of Peter F. Drucker, The Daily Drucker. You know what we're doing right here. If you're on YouTube, make sure you go over there, like, subscribe, click the link. If you're trying to get the book over on Amazon, it's right there in the description. And then come on back if you're on LinkedIn and you choose to follow and watch on LinkedIn. If not, then go over to YouTube, do the same thing, right? So let's go ahead and get the party going as we dive into today's shedding your business fat, right? And it's crazy because it's almost profound in the term shedding your fat. Some people would take offense and be like, hey, he's calling me fat. No, I'm not calling you fat. I'm just saying shed your business fat. And what that means is understanding the difference between your business's growth. Are your businesses growing because it is getting fat or because it's growing muscle, right? So I guess in the eyes of the perspective at this point, it really comes down to which one you see is positive and which one is negative. The growth of the healthy or the growth in a negative aspect is really the title here when we're digging into it. So without further delay, let's see exactly what it is that he's talking about. So he says management needs to rethink through the minimum of growth that its company requires, right? What is the minimum of growth without which the company would actually lose strength, vigor, and the ability to perform, if not to survive, right? So what he's saying is a company needs a viable market standing. Otherwise, it soon becomes marginal. It soon becomes, in effect, the wrong size. Here we go. So we talked about growth. We talked about the size of your company and your company being too small, right? Where you're trying to play big, but your company's small, and as a result, you price yourself out of your budget. So we're on track when it comes to that. If you guys remember the last episode where we spoke about that. Okay, so going a bit further, and if the market expands, whether domestically or worldwide, right, a company has to grow with the market to maintain its viability. At times, a company therefore needs a very high minimum growth rate. Here's to elaborate. A business needs to distinguish between the kind of growth and the right kind of growth, between muscle, fat, and or a cancer. Think about that for a second. The rules are simple. Any growth that, within a short period of time, results in an overall increase in total productivities of the enterprise's resources is healthy growth. It should be fed and supported. But growth requires it only in volume and does not, within a fairly short period of time, produce high overall productivities of fat, or basically is fat, right? Any increase in volume that does not lead to higher overall productivity should be sweated off again. Here we go. So the analogies he's using there is to burn the excess off. Don't go that route. Finally, any increase in volume that leads to reduced productivities should be eliminated by radical surgery. Essentially, get rid of it fast. Okay? So here's the action point, because there was a lot of analogy there between burning fat and so forth. What I need you to do is determine the growth, right? Determine that growth, the rate, and the maintaining of your organization's market standing, right? If you can understand how your company is growing or how you're growing and whether or not the direction that it's growing in is the right one to consider the productivity a successful and productive direction and not the growth in the wrong direction, you're on the right path. Just that simple. Thanks for checking in. Short and sweet. See you on the next one.